What's going on, guys? Automatic here with another UBL D-League pre-playoff interview. It's all mouthful here, but today I am joined by Jetman.
Yo guys, what's going on? He is your boy from the land down under, Jetman and a
Yes, and first and foremost, thank you for being here at this kind of awkward time, maybe for your time zone.
You're welcome, mate. I understand. It's hard being an Aussie.
Yeah, I guess being an Aussie, that's that happens more often with with all draft league shenanigans here.
It does.
But yeah, before we're gonna touch that subject, maybe just to kick things off, also for the viewers who, of course, most of them will not know you that well since you only just stepped in and actually proceeded to the playoff after you took over the team from Tom Brother. But to go a little back before that, how did you actually start playing the game yourself, and maybe more casually rather than just outright competitive?
I think it was around my. I remember this. It was my 5th birthday. My parents gave me a Game Boy Advance SP.
Oh, those.
And then Pokemon Silver. Yes.
Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah. So I've been playing for 15 years actually. Yeah. So it's been a long time, and I've just loved the game ever since.
Yeah, so Silver was your first game, and just ever since, every single generation, every single game, basically never stopped playing.
Yeah, basically.
Awesome.
Turned it off for life.
Yeah, awesome. When did you start getting into the more competitive side of things?
The more competitive side of things was towards the end of Pokemon Black and White 2, because I found out what genning was, as I started to do that. Yes, I know. Sorry, cheater here, but I decided to do that, and I remember finding I think his name was Justin Flynn on Twitch, and then he had a Poke Forum, and then and there was a draft league sign up, and I heard about it, and I was sort of interested into sort of what it was. And so I signed up, and also helped co-host it with a guy named Reborn, and he was an awesome bloke. I was actually back on the Skype days, so back when I first started. So it's been a while actually, yeah, and ever since then I just haven't stopped.
Yeah, because that's actually I remember those old Skype days when leaks used to be there before we were actually having those Discords and whatnot. But around what time did you say it was again? Was it for draft league X and Y or rest at the time you started doing that, or was it already in Gen 5?
No, X and Y. I started competitive officially.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And has it always been draft leagues for you, or Smogon, VGC, anything like that, which more competitive, which appeals to you?
I was Smogon. I guess I'll play it, but I'm not the biggest fan of it.
Yeah, so more casually, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah. As casually always, and the draft leagues. But then back in 2015, I was also really into the VGC format at that time. And just love that format basically.
You still do?
That was an amazing format. Omega Kang, Talonflame, Breloom, Bishop, Sylveon, and then Kingdra. Yeah. The best 6 for that format, and just absolutely rocked it.
Yeah, have you ever been to a VGC tournament or?
Yes, I have. The first tournament that I went to, I was a PC in the city, and I met a few cool people there. And then I went to the first Oceania Internationals, and I just love the whole sort of community. And then I try to go every year, even if I'm not playing. I just sort of spectacle and all that, and just get to know the community.
Oh yeah, awesome. And since you said you were in these the draft league since X and Y and whatnot, that's a pretty long time. So What's your experience so far? What leagues have you been in, and how did you do in them?
The first league I joined back on Skype days, I think the league went for 7 weeks out of like 10, and I think I finished 4-3. And then the next league that I can remember joining was actually a league called LDL, which is a league that I actually run right now myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but LDL, back on Facebook with a group called TLTPG. Yeah, I joined them 3 years ago, a bunch of blokes, and they told me about the Elder Draft League, and I joined it. And I remember first season, I had Katana and Charizard Y, and first match I got a Katana 6-0 sweep, and then they were all like, "Oh yeah, this guy, he's dangerous, he's good." And then I finished the season 4-8, and didn't make playoffs. So I've come a long way.
Alright, so does it ever include a championship so far, or not yet?
I have only unfortunately had 2 championship matches.
Mm-hmm.
The first one I won, which was the PBL, which is also a fellow upload league, and then the second one was just recently was the Major League Pokemon Season 4 Division 2 Championships that I lost unfortunately.
Alright, so 1 so far.
Yeah, I like to choke it out.
Yeah, no, that's something, like, there are still people waiting for the first and whatnot. I mean, even in general, these days, championships, because, with all due respect, but with the amount of leagues we have these days, and the competition in them, not every set championship is worth the same in that manner. Like, there could be people who have a championship, which are like, okay, but me making playoffs in this other league is, like, way more challenging than that championship you got. But, speaking of that, like, if you... also maybe for personal experience, like if you were able to win the D League here, how would you rank that in comparison to your other championship?
Oh, it'd be top for sure.
Alright.
100%.
Because in general, it must be pretty strange for you, like taking over the team. The team had a good start, then fell back, and you took over and actually made the playoffs in the very last week.
I was Aussies have a saying, and it goes, and I pulled it out of my bum basically. I just have no clue how I was able to start 2-3, -3, and then to end up 5-4 +10. So
yeah,
I did have some luck against Skyrander. I went that first turn crit, which did help me against 6-0, but I just feel as though that all the stars have just aligned for me.
Mm-hmm. Because in general, the team you took over was, on paper at least, in a lot of ways, a very solid team. Like the Fairy Dragon, Steel Core, and Celesteela Guard Shop Mega Nancy is really solid.
Yes, it is.
A lot of trick room options as well with Uxie as a starter. The only thing we've been basically saying throughout, at least from post-draft on, like the power ranking wise, is maybe the speed isn't that ideal. Like the elite speed is kind of missing, and the removal. But outside of that, the team is looking real clean.
With me, if you know me, I'm playing Pokemon. I love speed, and just have no speed has been kind of a setback for me.
Mm-hmm.
And as you may have seen, I have been able to use it to my advantage in a sense, with Snorlax and in Curse, as well as I have no speed. So if I use Curse, speed doesn't really matter anyway, so I'm able to sort of bulk up and then just hit hard.
Yeah, because speaking of Snorlax in general, like, as soon as you took over the team, that boy's sitting at 11 kills right now. Like, it's leading the team. It's got more than Garchomp, more than Diancie. That's actually crazy. Like, how did you... Is it just a mon that you were familiar with, and like, hey, that's something I'm used to, or just something that you figured out?
it was the first time that I've actually properly used it. But Dumb Brother 2, back in LDL, because that's how I know him, for our season 6 and 7, and he used Snorlax. And he just loved that curse like set, and I just love watching him use it. It's not that I have it, I just wanted to try and use it, and it worked, so I just sort of stuck with it, and then I've been able to sort of improvise with it. Such as a Gluttony, Thinky Berry, Belly Drum, Snorlax. So.
That's like, I was actually making a joke in the post-draft power rankings, like, oh, be prepared for like Trick Room Yuxi on the Belly Drum Snorlax, but that's actually pretty cool. It's on
the cards. It is on the cards.
Yeah, say. It definitely is. But if you look at round 1 of the playoffs now, you're up against Skyrender, which, like you said, you had your fair share of luck against him, and the rematches here. So in that sense, do you look forward to facing him again, or would you have rather or would you have rather? I mean, in your case, it was either Skyrender or Vepsis. So do you prefer this, or would you have rather had Vepsis this round?
I would actually rather to have Vepsis this round, because as he is undefeated, I do feel as though that the round 1 of the playoffs is the best chance to beat him, and because he does go all the way to the finals, he will be hard to beat. But but
you can like go all out or go home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and maybe for yourself as well, that you haven't faced him before, so for you it's you have to re-prep for a Skyrender, as far as Vepsis would have been your first encounter with them. Of course, he has played your team before, but you haven't played his.
Exactly. And I feel as though that would come to a sort of my advantage, and because he knows the team, everybody doesn't know how I play it, so I can use that to like my advantage, and then just bring a completely different team out of what Dumb Brother brought, basically. But I'm glad I'm able to verse Skyrender, because with all the luck that I got in a previous match, I just kind of hope that we have a clean match this time, and then we can just let our skills do our talking.
So, by going what you're saying, does it also mean that if you defeat Sky, do you prefer to face Vepsis in the championship match, or do you prefer to face Ash, who you already played?
The competitive side of me, I want to verse Vepsis, but the revenge side of me, I want to verse Ash.
Because you already lost to him.
Yes. So I'm torn, in a sense.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. It's both is decently appealing. But if you look at your current match, like the one versus Skyrend, like how do you feel your chances in that battle? Just looking at the matchup, having the previous game in mind, do you think it's like a 50-50 between you guys, or does one have the advantage in here?
I'm confident that I can beat Sky. I'm really confident.
I can see he had a very stable season so far.
I have, yes, I have indeed lucky enough, but I just need to keep a level head and be confident in my plays, and just trust my gut, and I feel that I will be able to get that small edge over Sky, and be able to beat him and make finals.
All right. Because this is also a playoff match, as we established before, and those require, according to people, most of the time a different approach than regular season matches. So, like, from your point of view, what is the biggest difference between a regular season match or these playoff matches, which you have to take in mind while building or while playing?
I don't like to think too much about like where the matches are in the season. I like to focus more on like the actual building, and because if I focus on the fact that it's a playoff match, I would just get into my own head, and then I will become my own enemy, basically. So when building, I just like to think of Sky and his team, and just like the 6 mons, and then he will be able to bring, and I can counter those 6 mons, and then I'm also able to bring mons that can handle the rest of his team, and that he may possibly also bring.
Yeah, so trying to not make it too different for yourself than any other match would be.
Yes, exactly.
Alright, could definitely see that.
Yeah. But I'm, of course, trying a lot harder than I was back then, per se.
Yeah, because when you took over the team, you had quite a lot of matches to do before getting here. Some catch up you had to play. I think in total you had to play like 4 games in 2 weeks or something.
Yeah.
And given your time zone as well, because we quickly touched on that before, like how much of a disadvantage is it for you that you're in this time zone which is so different from America and Europe, and in the sense that of course there's a difference between America and Europe itself, which I experienced myself too as a European player, but for you it's, I assume, because I know some other Australian players, it's even worse.
Yeah, you could kind of say that, but I'm just lucky in a sense, and I'm still a student, and so when I work, it's at night my time, and so I normally battle All Americans during the night for their time, and then it's like 10, 11 a.m. for me. And so I'm able to wake up, get ready, sit down, and just play. But versus going to the first time, it was really hard to schedule. Whereas he works during the day his time, and so we can only battle my time. But coming this time around, the only time that we can battle is kind of really during the during the morning his time again, but he has work. But luckily enough, we are actually scheduled to go in less than 22 hours. So
yeah, that's for sure great. It's at least walking off, but like you did have to play 4 games. You actually end up winning 3 of them. Only lost to Ash here in this sense, but when you took over, was it just for you the thought of, hey, I'm going to take over the team, do the matches, finish the league for my friend, or were you really like dedicated to try and make it into the playoffs, looking at the tight schedule you had?
Well, I remember this. I have the Blazing Squid, myself, and then some other 2. And we all had a group chat together. And I remember some going, in Jetman, and you want a spot, and you go D-League, and I'm going, wait, what? What do you mean? And he goes, yeah, seriously, I'm going to go sleep. Awesome. I jumped at it. So we hit you up. And then I heard dumb brother, I see him in the team, and I'm going, it's a decent team. I helped him draft it. And I'm going, playoffs. What are they looking like? And he goes, you have a chance, but it's probably not looking likely. Whereas you are 2-3, -3, and then make playoffs. You need like 5 wins. And in the schedule, you have have a Serene Grace, Ash and Moore, and then Sky Ranger, and also the Blazing Squid. I was confident that I could beat Serene. Ash was 50-50, and then with Sky and Totodile, Squid, I knew that I could beat them, but it would take a lot to beat them. So from the very first point that I joined this league, I was looking to make playoffs, and I'm pretty sure I made that certain from the first match.
Yeah, because the first match you joined, you like came in and just 6-0.
Yeah.
Of course, that helps a lot differential-wise as well.
Yes, it was, yeah.
Did it also, like, because of that being a 6-0, did it also kind of boost your confidence in the sense that, hey, this is very much still possible to make playoffs? Like, you're 3-3, you brushed away the negative differential with that out of nowhere?
Yes. It helped a lot. And then I lost to Ash. I was actually talking to Sky Ranger, and I was like, man, I don't think I'm gonna make it. And then he's told me, and that even if I lose at Sky himself, I can still make it by beating Squid somehow. And it was all due to the fact that I was able to get that 6-0 around Serene, and therefore helping me get that higher differential than everyone else. And there was also 4-4 at that time.
Yeah, okay. Also, looking at the time and everything, before we're going to head out, I have one more thing I want to discuss right here. And this is kind of a fictional deal here, of course. It's not real, I cannot promise you this by any means, but if I could offer you the deal where, for the purpose of this question, at first we're going to assume you're going to accept this. From now on, every league you join, no matter which league it is, but just every league from now on, you're going to be number 1 pick, but on the condition that right here, right now, you have to call one Pokemon which is usually allowed in leagues, which you will pick round 1 every single time. So you cannot go like make a Rayquaza, Primal Groudon, that kind of stuff, which is like actual ones. What would that be from the usually allowed mons if you need to use it every single time?
Azumarill.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I had a championship team that I won. I had Azumarill on it, and Azumarill got like 30 kills in like 13 games for me.
That's actually crazy.
It was a massive help, and yeah, and I've just loved them on ever since LDL season 5 or 6. Yeah, so I just feel as though with abilities, thick fat, huge power, and then Sap Sipper, it is just a crazy mon, and you can also run an Earth special as well, with like a Whirlpool and all that. It is a mon that you can't sleep on, but most people do.
I mean, it's also of course a Pokemon that certainly enjoys the Z buttons, the Z moves being introduced into this game, with the option to run like Z Belly Drum to like always make that Belly Drum clean somewhat possible at every point in the game. So that's still something that people of course have to take in consideration. But now you established that Azumarill would be the one you would always go with. If this deal was real, would you personally accept it or not?
I would not.
Just for the sake of variety, or for something like that?
Just the fact that although that I love Azumarill, I just feel as though, and if I drafted it every league, people would then start being able to like counter me, in a sense. So I feel as though that it would hinder me, and knowing that I would have the one mon every time. That's what someone I would have to do. I was just go after bulky steel type, and then just warm me basically. So.
Yeah, I totally can get that. But with that, I think we covered pretty much everything. So, is there anything else you wanted to add or say to the viewers before we're going out?
I can say first of all, Thumbs the two. Thank you for this opportunity. I know it was hard for you to give it up with your work schedule, but it feels like you've chosen the right path for yourself. And I just want to say thank you for this opportunity, and all the guys watching. Thank you for your support, and I will do my best to promise that there will be an Aussie winning the UBL D League. But with that being said, nothing much else.
Yeah,
thank you for your time.
Alright, then great. Thanks for your time, and also of course good luck to you for your battle in the semi-finals.
Thank you.
And we'll see. So for the viewers as well, be sure of course to also check out Jetman's channel, because of course there will be a playoff match ending there soon. And as always, leave a like rating down below, subscribe if you want to see more, and we will see you guys back with the next video.